Hey friends, my name's Stevie Taylor. Welcome to the Gig Life Podcast. My guest today is Fran Kora. Fran is a vocalist, bass player and actor from the Bay of Plenty in New Zealand. The current frontman of band Kora, also a member of the Modern Maori Quartet. I've met Fran a few times over the years and got to see Kora play a couple of times here in Sydney. Man, what an awesome live band. We had a mean chat over the interwebs, not in person, so apologise if we seem a bit distant, but it's all there and it's all good, eh? Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Fran Kora. Cheers. I think we're rolling.
Yeah, brother.
Fran Kora. Bro, welcome to the Gig Life Podcast.
Oh, thanks, brother.
Bro,
good to be here.
Yeah, man. What are you up to?
Just been a bit of a surf rat at the moment.
Yeah.
And, bro, basically I've just been chasing a surf for the last month. Been home alone.
Yep.
And it's just realised it's the first month I've had off in a couple of years, bro.
Oh, really? Jesus.
Yeah. So just lapping it up, eh?
Yeah, and you got a big summer coming up?
Yeah, it's not too big, but it's just the right amount, I think, eh? It's cool. Just a bunch of festivals with Kora, leading up to Christmas and stuff is with Modern Maori Quartet. But, the busy season starts from Jan all the way through to March.
Yeah, sweet. Awesome.
Then,
all right, both. So let's roll it back to the start and then we'll sort of work up to what you're up to now. And
yeah, cool.
So you're born and raised in Whakatane?
Yep, that's the one. It's my hometown. And, basically just played music with the old man. The old man was the force behind everything, you know. And we were really young. I think our first gig that we ever did was myself, Brad, and Stewie with the old man and our Auntie Cherie. But that was for telethon, bro. I think I was it's been 6 years old or something. And then from that point on, just played gigs with the old man around East Bay Plenty, Whakatane, RSA clubs and rugby clubs and
Cosy clubs and stuff.
Cosy clubs,
Yeah.
With covers.
Yeah.
But those were the humble beginnings, bro.
Yeah.
Back in Whakatane.
Yeah. And how often were you gigging?
Bro, a lot actually, until about the age of 17 or even 18. Sometimes 3 nights a week, as well as going to school and trying to do sports. But yeah, for a long time there, just myself and Brad and my old man used to play quite a lot, and it would be like Thursday, Friday, Saturdays, most weeks. There were lots of bands, bro, in Whakatane at the time,
Yeah, right. Yeah,
a lot of bands.
Yeah, and what sort of any of those bands sort of still kicking around now?
I haven't seen them. No. I think the DJ is really taken over a lot of the live musos and stuff, back at home.
Yeah, same over here too, bro. So yeah. Oh, sorry. What instruments were you playing?
I was just on the bass.
Oh, just on bass. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, just bass. And the first song, I'll just go back to that telethon again. The first 2 songs I ever learnt was Bloomin' Black Magic Woman from Santana. And who was it? Gary Moore.
Still got the blues?
No. It was
Walking?
That's the one.
Yeah,
that's
sweet. Walking.
Yeah. By myself, I hope you understand. And back in those days, bro, the bass was huge. I was only small then.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
My fingers were aching, bro. I couldn't even do the walk properly.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. I mean, and so your dad's a guitar player, is that right?
He plays heaps of instruments.
Oh, does it? Yeah. So
keyboards,
he taught you bass?
Yeah, taught bass. And taught all of us all different instruments, and because it plays a whole bunch of instruments: keyboards, saxophone, harmonica, guitar. That's probably the main list of it.
Yeah,
and
Were you fellow singing in the band as well?
Not until much later, bro.
Okay, yeah.
It was just Dad and my auntie Cherie. They were the singers. Me and Brad were just the backbeat, bass and drums, you know. But it's funny looking back on it now, man, because you know those gigs are like 4 hours long, you know, just covers gigs and you know four breaks in between. And I look back at that now and go, far out. That's a long set, eh, bro? Got a pretty seat with Kora. It's like an hour and a half max, I think. Eh? The live gigs.
Yeah,
I don't think I'll be able to do a 4 hour set anymore.
Yeah, no, the cover scene's it's still like that, bro. You still get the long gigs and the short gigs, especially here.
Yeah,
especially over here. Yeah. Who are your musical influences? Who were you listening to?
Definitely Michael Jackson when I was a kid. You know, Michael Jackson was a big thing, but we listened to everything, bro. You kind of had to, you know. Like, I suppose that's a great thing about playing covers at a young age is it really teaches you. You got to be versatile, eh? When you're in a covers band, yeah, because the crowd's never the same. You might be at a blooming country gig, and you got to play country songs, rock, and reggae, and everything. So the foundations. It's a mean place to jam, and even today, eh? You know. There's so much stuff out there, so much songs you got to learn, bro.
Yeah, that's it. And what's the? So you're in Auckland, eh?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, based in Auckland.
Yeah, which part of Auckland?
I'm in Waterview.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, live in Waterview.
And how's the scene there? What's the music scene like?
I don't really know, bro. It's quite spread out. Auckland. It's so you got little cliques and stuff here and there. But just because the layout of Auckland is so spread out, so I don't feel that there's an actual hub or a heart in Auckland. Whereas Wellington's a different story.
It is, yeah.
We're really kicked off for us because that place is, you know, that whole city that's the heart. Everything's really close together. People are really open about, you know, come down, have a jam, and it's just that kind of vibe. So, yeah, I love Wellies. It's cool. Up here, you just kind of stick to your own buzz, you know.
Yeah, why do you think that is? Has it always been like
that? It's just so spread out up here, bro. And, yeah, it's quite cliquey. I call it the typical Auckland scene, but there's good peeps up here. But yeah, you really have to make an effort to go out and link up with everyone, eh? Because it's so spread out.
Yep. Yeah, and when did Kora kick off?
Properly kicked off in 2001, I believe. I was studying at drama school 2001, New Zealand Drama School. And 2002, I think it probably kicked off. And then in 2002, I was in my second year, and Lordy came up to the drama school. So I was just a year ahead of Lordy. So we were both at school together, and while we were there, bro, we picked up a couple of gigs at cafes and stuff just so that we could, you know, make some extra bucks while we were studying. And along the way, he brought back some music, and he was doing some recordings down in Queenstown with Dan McGrew, who's in Kora. And Dan's originally from Wellington. And he'd come up, and then us three would have a jam. And then made some songs and said, hey, look, we've got two other brothers back in Whakatane. They can jam as well. And then it just it kicked off, started from there. We did, I think, our first proper gig where we had, you know, had a chance to hit a bigger stage was at Soundsplash many years ago, maybe like 2003, 2004, something like that. And what really helped us take off is back in that time there was a music TV show in New Zealand called Space TV, and they were running this competition. You put your song forward, and the people would vote to see who'd win the competition, and we walked away with that, and you win a video clip, and you got to record the song. No, you got to win a video clip, and that was Politician.
Oh, hey.
Yeah.
Oh, wicked. So I was going to say, was it you guys doing original stuff straight away?
Yeah.
But then that was the plan, to do original songs straight away.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Straight off the bat, and we were super green, bro. Didn't know how to record back then. Just when you first approach the recording situation, the only thing I know is how to play live, and studios. There's so many different ways you can do it, but we're just super green, bro.
Yep. Yeah. I see you recorded it yourselves.
No, we went to the surgery down in Wellington and recorded there. Politician was actually recorded at a studio called Marmalade, which is no longer around. But the EP was recorded at the surgery with Dr. Lee Preble.
Okay. Yep. And that was volume, is that right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
recorded there.
Yeah, how'd that go for you? Did you were you at a stage where you could tour it? Were people sort of starting to get to know who you were?
Yeah, everything kicked off quite fast actually, bro. Like just started off what we thought was smaller gigs, but they just had lots of people there. We just had a whole bunch of real crazy ideas, and we're really fearless back then, So we just try things out, and sometimes we just come up with a riff just before going on stage, bro. Just go, let's try this, and then they would turn into a jam, and just turn a whole bunch of knobs and freak everything out, and they're real fun times. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you end up getting around New Zealand touring?
Yeah.
Off that.
Yeah. We did a lot of driving, bro, back in the days, and we didn't make a lot of money, but it's exactly what we wanted to do. So Brad had a van. I can't remember what other vehicles there were, but I remember we were driving down all the way down past Queenstown, and just in the van, doing it as you do, bro.
Yeah, just put the van on the ferry and over you go.
That's the one, man.
Yeah. And what happened? What sort of happened after that?
It kicked off properly for us. We just kept playing gigs. Lucky enough to get some really cool gigs, and then we got asked to go on tour with it was called Dub Conspiracy at the time, and it was run by Andrew Penman, who is Salmonella Dub, and that was an amazing tour, man. That was with Fat Freddy's drop. I think it was Trinity, Cornerstone Roots, Sal Dub, a whole bunch of Australian reggae bands and stuff as well. And bro, we went to Sydney and Adelaide, Melbourne, and Perth, and that was a lot of fun, man. And so Sal Dub really helped open the gates for us in terms of seeing the world, taking music overseas for the first time. And then the other opportunity we had was with Shehead. So got to open for Shehead back in the days in Wellington. And that really changed everything for us, because Richie was on the sound desk then. He was doing the sound.
For you guys or Shehead?
For us.
Yeah.
Richie was on the sound. And when we did the Shehead gig, what changed for us is that Dave Wernham, who was Shehead soundman, he said, "Right, bro, you can do whatever you want." So we were allowed to go as loud as we wanted to. And, Richie could really push the system, because Dave just goes, "Yep, do it, man."
Yeah, and that doesn't happen too much, eh?
No, man.
If you're the support act, man, you got to bring it right down here.
Yeah, yeah, hard out. So from that point, the sound was just so big, bro. We didn't want to go backwards from that point. And, always try to maintain a massive sound. Now Dave's our sound man.
Oh, really? Oh, that's mean. And is he still sound man for Shehead as well?
Yep.
Wow, awesome.
Yep,
awesome.
Shehead.
Yeah, and you guys just come off the 30-year anniversary tour with Shehead, eh?
Yeah.
In New Zealand, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool, man. It was cool to dig your teeth back in the rock styles again.
Yeah.
And and it's just a massive sound, You wouldn't expect anything less from the Shehead boys, eh? But, yeah, it's cool.
And so, okay, so after you toured toured that, did you come straight back and record again?
After that, the next step was to do the first album, the self-titled album.
Yep.
Which we did ourselves. We were lucky. Richie went to SAE and learned how to deal with recordings and all that kind of stuff. So we just invested in a whole bunch of gears and went out to Edgecombe. Brad was living in a warehouse in Edgecombe, bro, massive place, and we just set the gears up there and just went hard. And there's some long hours put into that for sure. Just recorded hard and geez, that was challenging. Into Keybase, we had a five face 800 with a bunch of extra pre's on top of that. And they were just, the sound card pre's. We didn't have any pre's, main pre's to record through. But yeah, it was cool. We had Tiki come in and, show us a few things as well. And,
yeah, that's cool.
And just went hard. Most of it was quite a bit of a blur, We tried and experimented things and got some blooming brass band guys to come in and just play single notes. And
oh, wow.
Oh, man. Yeah, it's nuts.
That's nuts.
But it's such a tricky thing, Like, you're still thinking in that live mentality mode where, you play a song from beginning to end. Sort of properly realise that you didn't really have to do that.
Yeah.
And I'd still prefer it that way, but if you do it that way, you got to lock your stuff down, man.
Yeah, you do,
before pressing the record button for sure.
Yeah. And did you tour that the album straight after that?
Yeah. Yep. Where do we go? Just nationwide tour. Shot over to Aussie. Mm-hmm. And then the door started to open up for us, and got to take it to Japan, UK, through Europe, Germany, and it was cool, man. France, Paris, Netherlands. So that was it was a big thing. It's cool.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and what was the support like over there?
Yeah, it was interesting. Like when you go to London and stuff, that place it was just always packed, bro. There's just so many expats over there, and there was some massive venues, bro. And there was some really massive, how would you say it? Massive theatres, festivals. And particularly, there was a place called the Coco Club, which is in Camden Town, and I think that's like 5 levels.
Right.
The place is packed out, man, full of Kiwis.
That's out of it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's cool. Heaps of support there. But going through, Europe and stuff, that was interesting. No one really knows you. It takes you a little bit of time, you got to invest about 3 or 4 years.
Yeah.
Just going backwards and forwards, similar to what Freddie's do, Now they've got a massive following. But, I think we did it like 3 times, three or so times. And then, yeah. Then we just didn't continue it.
You didn't continue it?
No, bunch of changes, eh?
Yeah, right. Just when you start getting into your acting?
Yeah. Always tried to dabble in between and stuff. Most of it was just doing gigs, bro. Just doing quarter gigs. Then we had a chance to go to the States and went along the west coast of the States. And that was really cool. That was really interesting too, man. They got a really different system over there. Our promoter at the time, he was more reggae as a promoter, and quarter didn't really come under the banner of any type of genre. It was just what it was. Americans don't like that. It has to come under a genre. So yes, so that you go to a venue and they know how to market you. If you come under something they haven't heard of, they just go, we don't know what this is.
We don't know what to do.
Yeah. So we had to go under the reggae thing, and we ended up playing a bunch of reggae festivals, and it was fun.
Yeah.
But man, we were clearly not a reggae band. We had a couple of reggae songs, but the rest of it was just, out there. It's cool.
But did it still go down since you had your reggae label and you played your other stuff? Were people digging it?
Yeah,
that's cool.
West Coast is cool like that.
It's weird, eh?
Yeah.
Crazy Yanks.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
And the buzzy thing is too, bro, you can't turn up to the next venue and go, oh, we played at this place last night and it's sold out, because all the venues have this book, or you can look online or whatever it is, and it tells everyone the how many tickets were sold, who turned up from all the venues,
Right.
So you can't go in and lie and say, oh, we sold out last night, and well, according to the stats that I have in front of me here, it's just very different.
That's out.
Yeah, bro.
That's weird, is. Yeah. So when you came back, were you buoyed by it, or just like kind of let down? What was the expectation going over there?
No, it was cool. You just had to spend a bit more time over there, eh?
Yep.
What happened after that trip to the States? We come back and started recording the next album. Once that album was completed, there was an opportunity for us to go back to the States. But then I got into trouble, bro. Yeah, I got into a bit of trouble, and that meant that my visa was pending due to things, to court. I went to court, and it was an ugly situation. So after that, I kind of just let everything go, because that boat had passed. Unfortunately, the moon had passed.
Oh shit!
And yeah, well, that's life.
Yeah, yeah. And any chance of giving another crack over there?
No, I think I'm kind of happy. Just
okay. Yep.
Just where it is at the moment. And the cool thing is everyone's branched off and done separate projects now away from Kora, and I think everyone's gone into the areas where they probably would like to be, or should have been anyway.
Understand. Yeah.
LAB's, they're kicking ass, man, at the moment.
Yeah, but yeah.
Yeah. And man, Lordy's doing a whole bunch of crazy things, man. I went straight back to the roots and of playing sounds like the old man and stuff, so with the Modern Maori Quartet.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun, bro. Yeah. And I dance with Shapeshifter.
Yeah.
And Richie's doing Heavy Metal Ninjas, and yeah.
Oh, it's all happening for you. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right, we'll talk about the Modern Maori Quartet a little bit, bro. So how did that come about?
James Tito, one of the members of the group, he started the idea. He came up with the idea. We all come in and out of drama school different years, and
so you all knew each other?
Not really.
No? Okay. Yep.
Myself and the big boy Maka. We graduated, much earlier than Matariki and James, but you'd still end up at these garage parties, or just parties of guitar would come out, and the boys would just naturally gravitate to the guitar and start singing. And James just thought of an idea, just goes, bro, why don't we just make this something? Save us waiting around the phone for an audition, and that was it. It just kicked off like that. They wrote a theatre show called Ngā Bro Whā, and then after that, bro, it really took off. Got picked up as a TV show, Happy Hour, just a whole bunch of shows here and overseas, and
because you just got back from China. Did you got back? You were in China this year?
Yeah, I didn't go.
Yes. You didn't. Okay, all right.
But I went last year to China.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've actually done probably more travelling with the quartet than I have with anything else I've done.
Yep.
So yeah, it's been a real, within a short amount of time, 4 or 5 years. There's about 6 months of the year is gigs overseas.
Oh, that's mean.
Yeah, it's wicked.
Yeah.
From Uzbekistan to
hey, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
China, Edinburgh, Germany, Australia, Singapore, Kuala Lumpur, Geez, we are Hawaii cruise ship, the Disney cruise ship. Oh man, that was hilarious. And it's been a ride, man.
So how did Uzbekistan come about?
We got picked up at the Lantern Festival, which is here, the Chinese Lantern Festival.
Yep.
And we sung a Chinese song. And one of the organisers for this, it's the World Folk Festival.
Yeah.
He saw it and he was looking around for some acts and goes, "Yep, would you like to come to Uzbekistan?" And yep.
Google, where's that?
Yeah, where the hell is that? It's Kazakhstan.
Yeah.
And boys come away with an award as well. Most passionate performance.
Oh, that's good.
And these amazing buildings, bro, with the backdrop.
Yeah.
And unreal, like 2,000-year-old buildings lit up and amazing PA, but yeah, they're very culture shock for the boys.
Right.
Everything was very proper.
Yeah, right. Okay.
Like the boys, if they wanted to take photos with the girls, they had to pretend that their arms were around their shoulders.
Oh, you couldn't touch?
They weren't allowed to touch them, so.
Oh, right.
And they weren't allowed to go out. Security guards would, you'd only see certain parts of Uzbekistan.
Oh, wow.
You weren't allowed to, but you get blooming police would come in and you'd have your own van, so you're basically a superstar over there, right? No one even knew,
Yeah.
They had, when the boys were leaving it, girls crying, bro, at the bus. So that's I can't imagine how Justin Bieber and all those guys feel about to a bunch of strangers running after the bus and crying. Oh! Police escorts at both ends of the bus.
Oh, no way. That's a crack up. And then come home and nah.
Oh no, the heartiness is here, bro.
Yeah.
And
So when you went over there, did you have any idea what the culture was going to be like with the no arm around thing? Did you have any idea?
No, you just taught that, eh? There were guides and stuff over there as well, but that was cool. A lot of drinking vodka, bro.
Yeah,
lots of vodka.
Any hairy moments? Like,
yep, the hairiest moment would have been. I could probably tell you the story actually.
Yep.
It's, some of the food. The boys ended up with the old belly bug.
Yep.
Didn't quite make it in time.
Oh, hey.
Those were the hairy moments.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you're an Avatar, were you, bro?
Oh, you just as an extra, bro.
Oh, yeah. Did we see your face?
Yeah, just in the very beginning when you're about to come off the ship, lands on the planet.
Right.
My face just goes whole screenshot of my mug, bro.
Hey.
That's my only glory to that film, bro. Can't see me anywhere else.
Yeah. So you'll get in the sequel, bro, or no?
No, I don't think so.
No,
that'll be fun.
Yeah, all good. And where else is your acting put you into?
Yeah, Par Boys is probably the biggest thing I've done in terms of here.
Yep.
And that was also a life changer because after that point, I only wanted to tell Māori stories and do things Māori.
Yep.
Yeah, that was an amazing experience, man. Not only did we get to see the country, but I got to learn a lot more in a deep way about our culture and the way we do things, And it was just a spiritual, blooming, amazing experience. That changed my life, and from that point on, I said, I only want to do things Māori, tell Māori stories, and so it was natural, transition into the quartet,
right.
And carry on with that.
Yep. So Par Boys came before the quartet, is that right?
About the same time.
Oh, same time. Okay.
Yeah. At the time, I was only filling in.
Right. Okay.
For a bro of ours, the original, one of the originals.
Yep.
Matu's his name, but he got a role in The Lion King, so he's been living in Australia for the last 3-4 years,
Oh, right, okay.
And when he stepped out, I stepped into his place. And, and now he's back. And but the team is extended out to about 9 now.
Oh, sweet. So you're a full-time member now?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome, bro.
Yeah. But the team now has branched out to about 9 of us in the crew. They're swinging, so someone can't do it because they got a job on TV or something. Someone else will step in. So
right, gotcha.
Yeah, 9 of us, 4 for the OGs, and 5 for backup.
Yep. That's cool. So the harmony arrangements, who sort of susses that? Is it sort of done as a team, or do you have like a leader, so to speak, a band leader, or sort of?
Yeah, I think all of us are leaders in our own way.
Yeah,
I think it's just a natural Māori thing, bro. Māoris will just go, someone will just be on the low, someone in the middle, on third or whatever, and then you got to finish with a 6 at the end because that is a very Māori thing to do. But yeah, it's just organic process. I think most of the time, it's quite hard to find a fourth harmony, if things start to get a bit close together. So we might just have 3 and then double up on the lead or something.
Yeah.
Or because we're playing instruments at the same time, you need some space for the instruments as well. Definitely vocally focused. That's just me, bro. It's hearty. Just as long as it's got heart and stuff, then you're happy.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
Yep.
The interesting.
Sorry, go. Yep.
Oh, sorry, bro. Interesting thing about the harmonies and about how the quartet sound is it's gotten better, but it's actually flat. There's a lot of kind of not quite in pitch, but when you put all 4 of them together,
that's cool, man.
And it's got its own kind of flavour, It's nothing's ever perfect, bro. It's just as long as it's got heart. I'd rather listen to someone who's like flat, but giving it 100%, But yeah, the longer you do it, it tends to be a lot more refined and stuff like that. And the banter is hard case, bro.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. And do you swap roles at all? Do you decide to go, no, I'm not feeling too low today. Can I swap spots, or you've got your spot, you got your space?
Yeah, you got your space, I reckon.
Yeah.
But, there might be some songs and, one of the boys might have had a hard night the night before.
Yeah.
And can't sing as high as probably should for the song that they're supposed to sing. So they might go, do you mind if we cut that song altogether? And we'll just change it.
Right, okay. Yeah. just get rid of it. Yeah. No, hard, bro. So, and you're right into your audio production and stuff, eh? I saw on your Facebook today you got the Slate VRS, bro.
Yes, bro.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Good stuff.
I'm still trying to set that bugger up, actually. It's proving to be quite a tricky process because I haven't upgraded with gear in such a long time, bro. And but the reason why I wanted to go for this thing in particular is that I just love recording everyone in the room at the same time. I prefer that process because you just capture a vibe and you capture the energy.
It's more organic, isn't it? Yep.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
And if it's if it's played well and if it's recorded right and you capture something, you capture a moment in time, which is I prefer that process of recording. And then should you need any overdubs and stuff, you can do that at a later time.
Yep.
But I hate the feeling of going into a studio and it's just you playing to a click track.
Sure.
And it just, I don't vibe off that, I'd rather you want to communicate with other players and if you've been playing long enough, you've got your own voice, you've your own artistic voice, and you can really vibe with each other that way.
Yep.
And I went with this sound card because you get the microphones and
Oh, you get the mics as well.
Well, I got this package.
Yeah.
So there's 7 little pencil condenser / dynamic mics, and then you get a big diaphragm one as well. But I don't know if you know anything about the sound card. Do you know anything about it?
No, I know about this is the virtual mic system, is it?
Yeah, that's the one, bro.
Yeah, I do. Yeah. I know a little bit, not so much about the sound card, more about the mics and the modelling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you get like preamps as well. Basically, a 1073 Neve 1073 and a Telefunken. So best of those 2 worlds anyway. More coming out later, and you get anything from U47 and the big diaphragm sound all the way to a C12, which are just mics that none of us can afford, bro.
I know, bro.
You know. And then on the little pencil condenser ones, you have the dynamic range as well. So anything from 57, 58s to Sennheiser 421s, just all the mics that you'd love to have in your kit, but none of us can afford it, bro. So this is the best option that I reckon is out and available for to get a full on studio sound, bro. Like make it sound like a Neve desk, without paying $1 million for an Neve disc, you know?
Because I got the Slate everything bundled, we'll use all those plugins, so it's good stuff, man. Real good stuff. Right. Yeah.
So cool.
Yeah. And what sort of stuff are you looking to record?
Lots of stuff, like Cook Island stuff. Just going to, there was a project still yet to finish off that started a couple of years ago. Just capturing like a Buena Vista social club of the Cook Islands, bro.
Yeah, right. Awesome.
Like all these old players, they're getting on now and trying to capture them before they pass on,
Getting them come down from the hills and
Yeah,
right. That's cool.
But eventually we're recording my own stuff and and would love it if I could just record the drums and make it sound, everything in the room at the same time would be good. Well, at least the bass and the drums locked in together, and then you can do everything else on top of that. I don't know, play around with it, Yeah,
that's mean, bro. And who are your influences today? Like musical influences?
Far out. I don't really have one.
Yeah, okay.
Influence.
Yep.
So I pretty much spend all day on Spotify, bro, and listen to everything, eh?
All right, so let's. Who were your early bass influences then?
Oh, okay. Steve Harris.
Oh yeah.
Iron Maiden.
Yeah.
And there's of course everyone loved Flea. But more nowadays I love Pino's stuff, eh?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, he's a killer, man.
Oh, he's special.
Oh,
real special.
That's just some tasty shit going down there, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think I just love everything, eh?
Yeah, no, that's
listening
good, bro.
to it all.
Just a music lover, yeah.
Yeah, bro.
Yeah, no hard. And what's the future hold, bro? Let's say 12. Let's go 12 months.
12 months. I still got a whole bunch of shows for Modern Maori Quartet. And I think, I'm not too sure if this is confirmed, but we want to go to Japan for the World Cup Rugby.
Hey, awesome.
Play over there.
To play there? Oh, great.
Yeah. Heading back to Edinburgh again for the Edinburgh Fringe Fest in August. Come back to Japan, and then after that, boys are going back to China. In terms of Kora, we've got gigs all the way to March. And,
what's the Kora lineup?
The Richie, Stewie, Brad, Dan, and myself.
Mean.
And trying to get Lordy to come in on a couple of those festivals, but he's super busy.
Yeah, sure.
And then after March, we don't have any other shows lined up for that, but would be cool to record another EP or something.
Yeah, great.
It's funny, that world break. Albums aren't really, they kind of do matter and they don't, but just people just want content.
They do that, yeah. Yep.
They don't value albums the way we used to value albums. You'd go and buy the thing at the store, and
Agreed. Yeah.
you'd have the inlay, and people just like flick past, and it's almost like second nature that they're not really invested into it, unless they really love you.
Yeah. I mean, although Spotify have brought the function in, I'm not sure over maybe the last 12 months or so, where if you're putting content on Spotify, you can add all your credits in there.
Oh, true.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. So
yeah, cool.
So you can put all your players and your producer and all that. You can put that in there. So
cool.
Go on the track. Yeah. And, so that's kind of bringing it back a little bit. But it's not the same, bro.
That's not the same, bro. No. And let's face it, no one buys music, bro.
No.
So it's an industry. It's an interesting industry. You're basically just releasing stuff, which is advertising for your live shows, and constantly having to keep up with content so that people still know that you exist. It's an interesting machine. And if you want to play that game, you're constantly playing that game because it's constantly moving, changing all the time, eh? So I quite like where I am at the moment. It's just I stick to the heartiness and it's cool fun, man. Just as long as it's fun, you enjoy what you're doing.
And did you kind of see the change start to come? You saw it come?
Yeah, massively, bro.
And you sat back. You sat back, and was there a moment where you thought, "Oh man, things are never going to be the same again"?
Yeah, there was. You definitely noticed it within the cost of putting on live shows.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, everything went up. So the cost of everything went up in terms of I think it used to be like 50-50 in terms of the numbers. You'd have to have at least 50% of the house to break even. Anything else on top of that, you start to make. But in terms of the record sales, it just doesn't make sense, bro, because you might invest $100,000 into making an album, and then no one's going to buy the album. So in that sense of the recording world, you've sunk $100,000, but now they're calling it $100,000 into advertising for your live shows. Yeah, which is it's bizarre,
it's twisted, bro. Yeah,
it's real bizarre.
Yeah,
and people just don't understand the time and energy and the amount of money that you spend to make the damn thing, and no one's buying now. So it's interesting. I don't know where it's going to go to, how it's going to sustain itself. And the biggest change that we also noticed is that going back to those two conversations, because no one was buying music anymore, all these artists from around the world suddenly had to start playing again. So you got all these international acts from all over the world coming to New Zealand
to play your spot.
Yeah, well, just to play, because they're not getting royalties anymore, and nobody's buying the music anymore. So we've got this huge amount of international acts coming to small little New Zealand, and it's saturating the market. And all the local crew I'd say they'll really be feeling it pretty soon, because people can't afford to go to every show. You know, they'd rather pay $150 and go and see the Eagles, or go pay $60 to come and see us, or $70 to come and see Freddie's or whatever.
Yep.
They'd go, I'd rather go to the Eagles. So yeah, it's very, very saturated. That's where the biggest difference is in terms of people not buying albums. So all these old bands are touring the world again, because that's how they make the money.
Yeah. Yeah, because I haven't kind of noticed that here in Australia, because there's always big acts coming.
Yeah.
It's fascinating to hear the impact it's making on New Zealand. That's never thought of that.
I mean, it's great for entertainment and stuff.
Oh,
if you want
for sure. But as an artist and as a band,
yeah.
You haven't got your album sales anymore, so you can't rely on that. And then trying to do these gigs, but like you said, someone went and saw The Doobie Brothers. That's not even the Doobie Brothers. Last week for $200, you know. So yeah.
But yeah, man, you just gotta stick in your lane, stick to your lane and do what you do. As long as you're happy with your own voice. But there's so many ways. There's no rules, bro. But you know, if you're a smart business person, then you'd create in a different way if you're a smart business person. But if you're just an artist that just wants to express themselves and just do it for the love of it, then it's a lot more liberating for sure. But most people want to make some money, so there's some smarter ways of doing that. Yeah, in costly ways, but hey, works for them, man. In terms of pulling in international producers, paying the big bucks because they've got the ear for the commercial to make music for commercial radio. Yeah, and it's worked so well for a lot of Kiwi artists and stuff, eh?
Yep.
Like 660 and Joe Little, and yeah, they're awesome, man. But yeah, I just like what I'm doing, bro.
Yeah, well, that's bro. As long as you're happy, eh?
Yeah,
that's what it's all about. Who are the big hitters on the scene now, music wise?
I'd say definitely 660 is still the biggest, bro.
You don't hear about them much here.
Hey,
no,
right,
not so much since their first album.
Right.
They do. It seems like they tour here every year, but you just don't hear them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh man, they've got this show this weekend coming up, bro.
Yep.
And I think it's sold out in like 5 minutes, and it's like the biggest, one band that's put on the show. They sold over 25,000 tickets, bro.
So they're that big.
They're massive here. They're huge.
Wow, man.
And that's coming this weekend. That's with Sons of Zion.
Yep.
I think it's I can't remember them. Maybe the Broods or something like that.
Yep.
And some other bands, but yeah, this is the generation. That's their generation. It's their time now. Eh?
Okay, that's cool.
And Sons of Zion are doing some massive things.
Yep.
There's so much cool stuff going on, man. It's really awesome. LAB.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Doing some just constantly active online. But then you've got the veterans who are still kicking ass. Catch a Fire.
Yeah. They were just out here.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were just in Sydney. Yeah.
I think they're nominated for a Grammy, bro.
Oh, hey.
Yeah, for their new album. So that's super exciting, man.
Wow.
Some really big moves. In terms of the really pop scene, I'm not too savvy because I tend not to listen to the bubblegum music.
Sure.
my eyes start to squint. My ears start to go, ouch.
Too perfect, eh?
Man.
Yeah.
It's just not my thing, but it's today's music, and that's there's a certain sonic quality that I prefer, and that's not it.
No, gotcha. Yeah, bro. Well, Fran Kora, thanks so much for being on the Gig Life podcast.
Oh, pleasure, bro.
Yeah, it was great to talk to you, bro. And I think everyone are going to dig the story, especially people that aren't in New Zealand that don't kind of know how the scene's going at the moment. It's fascinating. I had no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man, I could go on for ages, bro, and there's some really amazing stuff happening here too, eh?
Yeah.
Which is really cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, we could save that for another time, I suppose.
Oh, sure, part 2.
And I got to tell you the dirty stories too, bro, next time. Plenty of those bad stories.
Nah, awesome, bro.
All right, my bro.
Thanks, my brother.
Pleasure, bro.
All right, cheers, bro.